Cool.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move forward with the interview now. And the first question that I have is, who is Gene Noble?
Gene Noble is a singer, songwriter, musician. I'm from New York. I was a military brat. My dad was in the military, so I grew up that way. And after my dad passed, I lived in New York the rest of the time. And I grew up here. And I've been writing for a bunch of other artists. I've been touring with a bunch of other artists for quite some time. And now I'm putting my own music out.
And it sounds very lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. So can you tell us how you got your start in the music industry, like where it all began?
Sure. When I was in college, I used to go to this club called Village Underground in New York City, and that's really where I got my start. That's where I started to make connections and meet people, and also kind of where I sharpened my skills from just being like, on the sideline to actually like being on stage and being comfortable on stage. So I really kind of got my start there. That's how I started writing for other people and touring with different artists. And yeah, so everything kind of evolved from there.
Okay, okay. So how would you describe your style of music? Like, how would you typically describe the way you create music? Do you have to be in a zone, or what kind of style do you
I
compare?
kind of call I kind of call my sound future soul because it's kind of like pushing music forward, pushing sounds forward, but it definitely draws on soul music and music from the past and a lot of artists that I grew up listening to, especially like neo soul artists like D'Angelo and Bilal and people like that who are I'm heavily influenced by.
Okay. So from the time you got started in music up until now, would you say that the music has changed the way that you write, or is it still like the same? Or
Well, in my case, my music specifically is super influenced by my touring life, honestly. Like, my music is very influenced by being all over the world and seeing what people respond to in different countries and different, cities and different touring environments that I've been in. So my writing style is kind of like a culmination of a little bit of stuff I've grabbed from all the different artists that I've toured with and also the response of crowds in different countries and different cultures, so like I try to like keep those things in mind when I'm writing for myself.
okay, that should be your next song, All Around the World.
All of right. Cool.
Yeah, that's a good.
Right, I got a little publishing for you if you if we
Hey, hey, hey. So before you became a solo artist, you basically wrote for like Chris Brown and Faith Evans and
yeah.
Jason Derulo, and to name a
Yes.
few. So
Yeah.
you had that experience.
Yeah, a little bit of experience. Yeah, I also toured with Chris Brown for a lot of years, and of course Usher, and most recently Sting. But I did a bunch of writing with like Shaggy. I think the first time I was on radio for real, was song "Only Love" with Shaggy and Pitbull. And then after that, just been just climbing, climbing, climbing. So
Okay, so how was that experience with Chris Brown?
it was cool. It was really, really cool. I mean, I think he's a genius. He's super, super talented. And, I was able to learn a lot. I learned a lot. I mean, a lot of places that I went with him was the first time I had been to those places in life. And also watching the type of like pandemonium it would be everywhere we went was kind of like, it was a lot of growth for me personally. You know what I mean?
Okay, so where did you learn to play piano?
I learned to play piano in my living room. The
Really?
minister
Okay.
from my church used to come to my house on Wednesday nights. I believe my night
Mhm.
was Wednesday. And he changed my banging on the piano to actually playing the piano. And I learned how to play on my mom's piano that she got when she was 5 years old. And that's still the piano I play on and when I'm in New York at her house. And that piano will probably be in my life the rest of my life.
So you're gonna hand it down to your kids, and your kids gonna
I,
hand it down. Okay.
yep.
Grandmother,
That's going to
grandmother
be my
had
track.
piano like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, my grandmother's piano was all out of tune. She'd be like, "Get off that piano." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I got lessons. What happened was I was banging on the piano. She was like, you know what? I need to get you some lessons so you stop banging on my piano.
Okay. So, are most of your songs related to like relationships, ups and downs, like experiences that you've had in the past?
I would say that my songs are really just about life. They're influenced by everything, you know. They're influenced by, sometimes it could be a conversation that I overheard on a plane or on the subway or on whatever. Like it could be a situation that actually happened to me. It could be just something I thought was cool to write about. You know what I mean? I'm just very influenced by life and different moments, and it could come from anywhere. And I'll write about anything, you know.
Okay. Okay. So what are the do's and don'ts of touring for up and coming artists?
The do's and don'ts of touring. Do get out of your hotel, get lost, go find somewhere, find some cool stuff. Don't sit around and just only go to venues and then the airport. So make sure you go and see stuff and get out and do stuff. And in my case, I used to like to find live music venues and open mics and things like that. So I used to try to find a live music venue no matter where I was in the world. And don'ts, don't be late. Don't party so hard you miss your lobby call. Left. Those would be some don'ts. But yeah, it's a great touring is a great experience for anybody, you know.
Okay. So what's your most memorable moment?
On tour,
Yeah.
um,
On tour, even like just in the industry, period.
maybe performing for Quincy Jones at his house.
Oh,
I was able to Quincy Jones. They had this event at his house celebrating his years in music. I believe it was like 75 years or something crazy like that. Some ridiculousness. But like, you know, it was a bit intimidating, but also I was able to play some of his songs on his piano in his living room with him sitting on the couch across from me. And that's kind of like, we had amazing conversations throughout the day. And things that we shared in that moment stuck with me forever.
okay. So what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is I find that it's a little tough to there was a time where it was a little tough to be a singer, like a for real, legit singer, because things had gotten so cross-pollinated with rappers. And so we were fighting for the same space in R&B and fighting for the same space as far as like for radio. So I think that the pendulum has swung back around now, and a lot more people are receptive to what I do and the types of music that I have. And, you know, we have certain artists like her and Giveon and Lucky Day and Janae Aiko and things to thank for that, for like bringing, you know, music kind of back in the R&B world. And I love the fact that music is back there. You know, Jasmine Sullivan just put out an amazing project. Kenyon Dixon just put out an amazing project. So yeah, R&B is in a great place right now, and I'm super excited, super hyped to put my project out in a couple months.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay. So
and
I'm sorry.
now, so you know, there's good R&B on the radio right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So what was your first song that you ever recorded and like put out there?
Mm, my first song, I believe that the first song I ever put out to the world, I believe it was called Ain't Enough. That was a long time ago. But yeah, like, I mean, yeah, that was my first song. It was called Ain't Enough.
And what's the story behind that song, Ain't Enough?
The story behind Ain't Enough is just sometimes a phone call ain't enough. And the point of the song was just talking about my own life, my own experience, just being on the road and trying to maintain a relationship or relationships, you know, different times, not the same time. Relationships while on the road, you know. So that's what it was really about.
So tell us about your family, like outside of the music. Like, do you have family that you love spending time with or hanging with, or what's the family life like?
I am, you know, COVID has allowed me to spend a lot more time with my family than usual, and all my friends and all my peoples. And you know, it hasn't been the greatest time for other things, like to get out and do stuff. But yeah, I've been able to like definitely build with like I mean, for me, you know, having toured for like a decade, I haven't really been able to like see everybody or be around for a long time. So I've been taking this opportunity and this event, taking advantage of just being able to see my peoples more, like be around more, you know. I realized I hadn't seen my mom this much since like high school. So
Really? Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Long time.
So So it's been cool. That's been really cool, you know.
Okay. What's that on your shirt? Is that a
It, Cupid on crutches.
oh, okay.
You see him?
It's
It's
like it's
crutches.
doing something. It's like an illusion in the camera.
Yeah, it's
It's like
like,
spinning.
yeah, Cupid, but he's on crutches. Like he's been through some bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's no longer shooting arrows. He's just
He's holding
uh,
it down. He's holding it down. Okay. So have you ever been to Kentucky?
I have been to Kentucky, and actually, my little brother was born on the border of Kentucky and Tennessee. The military base there.
Okay. What, Fort Knox?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, my brother's in the army. Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So you already know what it is. My whole family is military. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So let's see. Out of all the music that you've wrote, what has been your actual favorite music that your favorite song that you've wrote out of all your music?
I'm not saying this just because it's about to come out, but I think
Mhm.
my favorite that I ever wrote is called Whatever It Is, and it's on my new project that comes out shortly. And yeah, I think that the world will agree with me. So
Okay.
yeah.
So what can we expect from that?
From the song or from the album?
From the album, the song, everything.
Okay. I mean, I think I've kind of been finding my way as far as like um, putting what I do into a modern context of what is happening now and all those kinds of things. And I think I found like a really dope balance. I think that the performances are vulnerable but still relatable. I think the lyrics are vulnerable and relatable. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that people will sing along to, but also it's stuff that you could live your life to. It's not just I don't. It's not really club music. It's like you know live your life to music. And kind of everything has been pointing to, even with matching tattoos, like the response I'm getting is like, it's just people are looking for like, art that imitates life.
I
And
love
that's,
that song.
thank you.
When
I
I
appreciate
first heard that song, I was like, I ain't know this. Oh, okay. And so I had it blast, and I had my nieces at my house and my kids, and I had
it.
it
Yeah.
their little karaoke machine with the little disco lights, and I put
Yeah.
the song on, and they was just vibing to it.
Hey,
8-year-olds and 3-year-olds.
I mean, it's more of the same. The vibe of the album is more of the same. So it's just an extension of that. So if you love matching tattoos, you'll love the album.
Okay. And I've heard you perform on YouTube's, and I tuned in, and I was like, wow, he's the next big thing. Like
Hey,
the next big thing.
yeah, we're fighting for it. Definitely fighting for it.
You'll get
So,
it. You'll get it. Speak it into existence, and it'll definitely
absolutely.
happen. And you've
Sure.
been putting in work, I see. So definitely.
Listen, I done put in all the work, paid all the dues. I'm ready. I'm ready.
So what's the first thing you're gonna do when you get your big break?
mm. What's the first thing I'm gonna do? Probably take a vacation. What I'm gonna do? I work nonstop, so probably take a vacation.
Okay. Where are you gonna go? Where do you want to go? Sound like
Somewhere,
you put everywhere.
yeah, well, somewhere without some Wi-Fi, with a beach,
Okay.
hopefully a chef, maybe a cocktail and some good green.
Okay. So I'm gonna say it. So can I get you to sing something, a snippet
Sure,
song? Okay.
sure.
Well, okay, thank
Yeah, easily. That's easy. Aren't you glad that we didn't go through with getting them matching tattoos? Oh, whatever we had is slowly fading from view, 'cause we don't got matching tattoos. Yeah.
Okay, my heart and stood up. You gave me chills.
Well, that's the
That was
job.
very lovely. I loved it.
I
And
appreciate it.
everybody else that's gonna be watching it is gonna love it too.
Thank you.
So is there anything else that you would like to share?
Absolutely. Everybody go check out Champagne Jack, which is out now. I have a show coming up. in Houston, a show coming up in DMV at Alexandria, Virginia at the Birchmere. I got a bunch of different events coming up where all of the events we're doing are like, you know, free rapid testing. We got temperature checks, we got masks, except for when you're eating, if you're eating something or whatever, right? So we're doing it safe. We're just trying to figure this thing out. Obviously, we're all trying to work on this together. So what we're trying to do is figure out a way for me to be able to get out and do what I do best, which is just perform live. So that's kind of been what I'm worried about right now. Just doing that. So yeah, but everybody can check me out at I am G Noble on all social media. Check out G Noble on all platforms. There's new music coming soon. But for right now, you got Matching Tattoos, you got Champagne Jack, you got Expectations, and yeah, just gonna keep grinding, keep pushing.
Okay, well, I definitely enjoyed interviewing with you, and I appreciate the support. And I will definitely be following your work and following you. Not crazy stuff. I ain't following you crazy. But I definitely be following your work, and I definitely share it with everyone that I know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time.
Okay, and I look forward to hearing your new album.
Yes, absolutely. It's called Patience.
Okay, patience.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you once again, and I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much. All right. Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
All right.